Denmark assists Kenya in emergency response to COVID-19. The government of Denmark donated a further $4.8 million to urgently address the pandemic in vulnerable areas of the country. In particular, approximately $3.4 million will be used to improve health systems for level 2 and 3 hospitals. The remaining funding focuses on water and sanitation enhancements in high-risk coronavirus areas, which include Kilifi, Kwale, Mombasa, and Nairobi counties, with a goal of benefiting 120,000 people. This new donation comes in addition to the $3.2 million pledged by Denmark through the World Bank in April 2020 for the same endeavor. Our heartfelt gratitude and divine blessings, Denmark. May we extend our loving kindness to all beings on earth by being vegan to redeem our sainthood as God's children in heaven's boundless mercy.
Iran passes legislation to safeguard children and adolescents. His Excellency Dr. Hassan Rouhani ordered the nation's legislators to hasten the study and ratification of an 11-year-old protection bill after 14-year-old Romina Ashrafi unfortunately suffered as one of the victims of a so-called honor killing at the hands of her father and died. After the young girl fled her home with a man her father did not approve her marrying, Romina was found and returned to her home by the police. Her father confessed to the murder and was arrested. Social media experienced an outpouring of love and support for Romina Ashrafi and outrage at the brutal crime. Since His Excellency's call for stricter measures, Iran passed a law on June 7, 2020 to protect children and teenagers from violence. Our immense gratitude, Your Excellency Dr. Hassan Rouhani and Iran, for compassionately acting to ensure the protection and care of the gentle Iranian youth. We pray that all the amiable people of your nation will be safeguarded and comforted in Allah's merciful gaze.
European Space Agency joins with French company to monitor worldwide methane emissions. France's headquartered energy research startup Kairos is using data from the European Space Agency satellites to map global methane emissions. It will be the first time in the world that such detailed data on the gas will be available. The tracking technology has already shown that there are around 100 high-volume methane leaks across the planet, emitting 20 million metric tons of the gas per year. Half of them are in areas of oil, gas, and coal mining, as well as other heavy industries. Thank you, Kairos and European Space Agency, for helping to quantify and locate the large amount of methane being emitted each year. In God's radiance, may the transition to renewable energy and a vegan world quickly move forward as we strive to protect the earth and all her inhabitants.
Canadian City supports homeless individuals during the coronavirus pandemic. The City of Ottawa has received $8.4 million from the Ontario Provincial and the Federal Government of Canada to improve the shelter system for homeless members in the community. The majority of the funding, $6.2 million, will be used to back several initiatives including emergency sheltering needs, isolation centers, and repurposed hotel and motel rooms. The remaining $2.2 million will be allocated to non-profit organizations that offer services to assist those experiencing homelessness. In addition, several recreation centers have been opened to provide facilities so individuals can self-isolate during the pandemic. The Government of Canada is a Shining World Leadership Award for Protection and Compassion Laureate. We applaud your timely efforts, Ottawa, Ontario, in helping vulnerable people who are homeless. May all citizens receive blessings of wellness and resilience in the love of heaven.
Mother and son team up to share free masks. Delhi, India residents 56-year-young Laxmidas and her son Suraf have together embarked on a project to provide face masks at no cost to people, such as rickshaw pullers, laborers, farmers, and others that may not be able to afford them. After examining the design of a commercially available mask, Ms. Das put her sewing skills to work using leftover cotton material and began moving towards her goal of making 2,000 masks. Suraf then came up with a safe way to distribute the masks. He created dispensing stations out of cardboard boxes, posting that the masks were free. Suraf's system, which also involved posting notices on Instagram, was careful to minimize contact to keep risks reduced. Heaven bless you, Laxmidas and Suraftas. Your thoughtful gesture to keep your community safe touches our hearts and reflects divine light.
Supreme Master Ching Hai respectfully present the Shining World Compassion Award to Laxmi and Surafdas. for your unconditional caring effort, which touches our hearts and saves lives. May the divine reward you multifold and bless your noble souls with an extra help of $10,000 and high salute in God's forever love.
Vegan Just Egg to scale up distribution and production. United States-based vegan egg producer, Just, reached an agreement with Michael Foods, a leading US food distributor, which will see Michael Foods distribute the vegan eggs to their extensive nationwide clients. In addition, the plant-based eggs will be manufactured in their high-capacity facilities. The popular mung bean-based egg substitute is also moving ahead with their worldwide expansion plans, after acquiring more global partnerships in Europe, East Asia, North America, and Latin America. While the vegan eggs are already available in grocery chains across the US, it is expected that the new collaborations will put them on the menu in more major restaurant chains. As of March this year, Just had sold the equivalent of 30 million vegan eggs. Congratulations, Just and Michael Foods, on your auspicious partnership. We pray that soon all chickens and newborn chicks will be free from inhumane suffering as the world switches to vegan alternatives in celestial peace.
Wuhan bans wild animal consumption. The city of Wuhan in China has banned the sale and consumption of wild animals for 5 years. This regulation follows a provisional ban by the federal government in February and was put in place to allow further enforcement of the issue. Breeding of wild animals for consumption is also not allowed, while the city has been declared a wildlife sanctuary to stop the hunting of animals for food. The provinces of Jiangxi and Hunan have moved to end wildlife farms, and the cities of Shenzhen, a Shining World Leadership Award for Environmental Protection and Compassion laureate, as well as Beijing and Zhuhai, both Shining World Leadership Award for Compassion laureates, have put into effect permanent bans on wildlife consumption. The government of China is a Shining World Leadership Award for Compassion, Wildlife Protection, Wise Governance, and Compassionate Protection laureate. Our gratitude, Wuhan and China, for your diligent efforts to protect your citizens from the dangers of consuming animals. In the grace of the Providence, we pray that all nations will soon implement bans on the eating of all animals as we grow closer to living in loving harmony.